Today I want to talk you through the left elbow. The influence the left elbow has on your golf swing, club face, forearm rotation and angle of attack. Let's get into it. I see a lot of golfers on my mat when they set up to the golf ball with poor grips. The orchestrator a lot of the time in that poor grip is the left elbow. The left elbow is an influencer on where the hand sits on the golf club. So if you've seen enough of my videos on the grip, the butt of the golf club needs to sit in the pad of the left hand, and we're looking for a crease here. Pressure on the handle is crucial through strike. Now, with my left hand in good orientation, and I now set myself up to the golf ball, you are able to see, if we focus in on my left elbow here, we're able to see the left elbow point at the target, and we're also able to see the left elbow point back to my left hip. When the left elbow points back to the left hip, this delivers a few things. It will tend to orientate your grip to the weaker side of life. Now, as you'll know, as soon as the left hand starts to orientate itself to the left because the left elbow is turned down, what will tend to happen is as you start to create forward shaft lean through strike, can't get my words out this morning, through strike, as soon as you get some forward shaft lean, you get some down strike, because of that elbow, it will offer the face open to the path line. So on the right hand side, the face to path line there is the orientation, the face is to the path. So it was open to the path by 12.8 degrees. The path was from the inside at 3 degrees and I hit down at 6.5. I'm going to put my left elbow back to my left hip and you can see how it tries to orientate my hand to the palm of the hand to the sky. So then what I'm going to try to do is then straighten that golf ball up. And in doing that, to straighten that golf ball up, I have to feel like the golf club swings past me to square the face up. Now what that does is it takes the angle of attack away. So the left elbow will open up the club face if the left elbow pointing to the left hip is preset to the sky, because you'll then struggle to get your left hand in the right spot. So when I say the left elbow will affect the angle of attack, it will affect the angle of attack because the face is open, which will make you try to swing and unload the levers to stop the ball going to the right. So when the left elbow now gets into a position where it starts to turn more to the target, it gives me way more ability to start to move this hand in the right spot. Then when I start to get my left hand more on top, can you see how the left elbow now starts to point more at the target? But that being said, I could still get my left elbow pointed down to the floor. And that's where some people will struggle with the left hand orientation, is if the elbow is out of orientation and they keep on tucking the elbow down to the left hip just because that's the way they've always done it, because of the way they've held the golf club, you'll change the grip, but the elbow will start to pull your hand back to where it usually is. So once you've changed your grip, and check out my video, my playlist series on the golf grip, getting that left elbow to the right spot will help you place that left hand in the right place. Now the left elbow also will start to affect how your forearms work on the way back. The more the left elbow is pointed more to the target, the more you will tend to see a left arm that wants to internally rotate. Should I say externally rotate? So left arm will want to feel like it externally rotates. And if it wanted to externally rotate, look what would happen to the club head. The club head would stay out. If my left arm was left elbow pointing to my left hip and then the inside of my left arm pointing to the sky, as I move my golf club back, my left forearm would want to internally rotate. And of course what that then starts to do is start to lay that shaft down too early and help you get the club face open. So the left elbow at address will help you feel how the handle could move in which will allow the forearm rotation to start to happen a little later in your backswing. And when you get that forearm rotation a little later in that backswing, we start to change the shape of the shaft so that when we're in that pull phase, the forearm is already internally rotated so that we can get some pressure on the shaft down through strike. So the left elbow will alter the way you set your hand. The left elbow will also alter the way your forearm rotation works in your backswing. But here's the nugget. Here is the absolute primo of the change, is that it changes the way the left shoulder works, and it will change the way the left hip works, and it will change the way your chest works. The more your left elbow points at the target, the more it will want to turn down through strike. Now look what happens when the left elbow feels like it wants to turn down through strike. All of a sudden we start to get this handle feeling like it can work down and around us. The left forearm, the left elbow down and around us. Look what it's doing to the club head. The left elbow feeling like it's going to turn down and around us. When it's preset at the target, it then starts to help that left shoulder. And if you've not seen it, I did a video a week or so ago, been warmly received on that one. It will really help that left shoulder start to work around, and so that you can get that left elbow down. So if that left elbow has already started, or the left elbow started down and the back of the left arm is pointing up, the forearm is going to tend to want to work inwards. And if you've worked enough with the path inside out, you will have tried to get the elbow high to get yourself more inside, as opposed to we're trying to get the elbow down that will pull the face around. And I see this a lot. I had one client that's always worked on impact, getting himself into this spot here. The elbow points to the target, trying to get it tucked inside that left shoulder up, and it really starts to get that club head out of orientation. So, to recap then, set your grip first. That would be my recommendation. Don't put the club down here if you can. Get the club up in front of you, put your grip on, set it first. Then once you get yourself down to set up, then change the orientation of the elbow. Change the orientation and point the elbow to the target. So we've got the elbow to the target. Are you tired of paying too much for premium leather golf gloves? GX golf gloves are trusted by tour players and elite amateurs alike. Head over to gxgolfgloves.com and use my code GOODCOACHING to get 10% off your next order. And then feel how that will start to alter the way your left forearm wants to work on the way back. It will almost want to feel like the left elbow is going to turn almost back down to my toe line here, which will then start to really change the way that club head works. And then down through strike, I'm starting to feel how that left elbow is going to continually point down to the ground. So the left elbow is a biggie on how it makes the forearm work, how it will affect your shoulder, how it will affect the club face. Many ramifications for getting that left elbow in the wrong position, and you'll find that if you put your club down, grip it, you might just find that that elbow was pointing too much to the floor.